So if they're up here, they're up here. If they're not, they're not. They'll grab things too. So life is exciting. I'm gonna ask Betty to come up, light the candles.
Page 1.
Page 1.
In the beginning, when the Spirit of God hovered over the darkness, God's first creation was light. As we kindle these Shabbat lights, we attest to the majesty of God's work and rejoice in its beauty. Light is a symbol of divinity and creative goodness. It is the outward sign of the inner spark, which God has granted each of us. In hope and with love, we now welcome Shabbat with light. One doesn't work, go to the next one. The small. Third time's a charm. Well, how about matches? Technology has always provoked me. It's a conspiracy.
It's the air conditioning. It's the condition of summer. The air conditioning blows them out. There we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotov v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen. Praised are you, Adonai, whose presence fills the world, who hallows us with mitzvot and inspires us to kindle the Shabbat lights. May God bless us with Shabbat joy. May God bless us with Shabbat holiness. May God bless us with Shabbat peace. Amen.
Now to page 3. Arlene, if you would come join for that.
Can all join in the first paragraph? Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, new song unto God. Let the heavens rejoice and the earth exult. Let the sea and all within it thunder. The fields and everything in them exalt. Then shall all the trees of the forest shout for joy at the presence of Adonai. For God is coming to rule the earth. God will rule the world justly and its peace faithfully.
Did you want me to sing this one? Okay. Or zaruba la tzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Or zaruba la tzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Or zaruba la tzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Ulishrei lev simcha. Or zaruba la tzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Ulishrei lev simcha. La 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 la.
on page 7, if you'll join me for the Chadodi.
Please hold. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נשואה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי. אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. Sing it, Mackenzie. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עצרת פעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. להדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
On page 9, if you'll join for the Chatzi Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש מרבה, ועלמא יברא הירותי וימליך מלכותי. וחייכון וביומכון וחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר וירומם וינשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי קדושה בריהו. לילה
לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונהמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן.
Please rise to pick them up.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai, Elam Vayed.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv v'aravim, b'chokhmah poteh sha'arim, u'bitvunan shanei itim, u'machaliv et hazmanim, u'misader et hakokavim, b'mishmerotehem, b'rakia kirtzono, b'rei yom v'layla, golel u'mipnei hoshet, v'hoshet mipnei or, u'me'ir yom v'layla, Umavil be'yom be'layla. Adonai tziva'ot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv haravim.
Call Diana. Read responsively on page 12.
Unending is your love for your people, the house of Israel, Torah and mitzvah, laws and precepts have you taught us. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and rejoice in your Torah and mitzvah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life and the length of our days. Then your love shall never depart from our hearts. Blessed Adonai, love our people Israel.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכלך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על משושות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם.
You shall love Adonai your God with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your being. These words which I command you this day shall be upon your heart. Teach them diligently to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be a symbol before your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you dedicate yourselves to your God. I, Adonai, am your God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I, Adonai, am your God. Emet ve'emunah kol zot v'kayim aleinu, ki hu Adonai Elohim ve'ein zulato, ve'anachnu Yisrael amo. True and enduring, beloved and precious, awesome, good, beautiful is this eternal teaching. The truth we hold to be forever certain. Adonai is our ruler, the rock of Jacob, shield of our salvation. Adonai our God, you redeemed us from Egypt. You set us free from the house of bondage. For this, the people who felt your love sang your songs of praise to you. Living God, high and exalted, mighty and awesome, who humbles the proud and raises the lowly, who frees the captive and redeems the oppressed, who is the answer to all who is the answer to all who cry out. All praise to God Most High, the source of blessing. Like Moses in Israel, we sing the song of rejoicing.
Lai 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 lai. Mi hamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neder bar kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. מלאכות טהרה ובניה, בוקי הים לפני משה. זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. לי לי
If you join me amongst the stuffed animals, please. It looks like an ark up here.
Okay. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha. Grant that we lie down in peace, Adonai our God, and raise us up, O sovereign, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, for your name's sake be our help. Shield us from hatred and plague. Keep us from war, famine, and anguish. Subdue our inclination to evil. O God, our guardian and helper, our gracious and merciful sovereign, give us refuge in the shadow of your wings. O guard our coming and our going, that always we have life and peace. We praise you, O God, whose sukkah of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Adonai sefartai tiftahu fi agit tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu mimotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei
Please be seated, everyone.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל, עוד תהי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת בי נפש, שבת בי נפש, שבת בי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המרית עולם.
English readings. Great saying. You got some great sayings.
Okay. On page 22, Adonai our God, show favor towards your people Israel and lovingly receive our prayers. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. For you alone do we hold in reverence.
We give thanks to you,
Adonai our God and God of our ancestors, you are the rock of our lives, the shield of our salvation for all generations. We thank you and recite your praise. Let all the living affirm you and praise your name as the God of our salvation and help. Praise to you, Adonai. Goodness is your name. All praises to you. Okay. And then
Lindsay will continue with Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Israel amha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Israel amha tasim leolam. Ki ata huna lehadon lechol hashalom. Ki ata טסים לעולם, טסים לעולם.
Having definitively addressed the fact that this bima is not toddler-proof, I ask you all to take a moment for your own silent prayers and meditations.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. ואמרו אמן.
Yeah. Good evening, good Shabbos.
Shabbat Shalom.
So, come stand up with me. I'm not, so, Melissa's gonna, we're both gonna speak about, well, I would say we're gonna talk about the Torah portion, but has anybody looked at it for this week? We wanted something upbeat. Don't read it. Do not. I was looking for something upbeat. And I said, okay, you start reading, right? And you're like, okay, where to plant crops and when? This should be good, right? This is environmentally friendly. We're going to look at let's save the world. It doesn't take long before it goes downhill, because it goes from you should plant the land for 6 years and then give it a year to rest, which is a good idea, right? And then 49 years and then give it a year to rest, right? We're going to call that the Jubilee, which is great. And then it keeps going, and I'm thinking, okay, this is going to get really interesting. I'm not going to have a hard time tying this in with volunteering and sisterhood. This is the Sisterhood Shabbat. And it was at that point that I did understand the value of sisterhood, because when I got to the part about how to treat slaves, it was at that point that I need to call a sister right now to have somebody to talk to about this. I'd love to say it goes up from there. It gets interesting. One of the things that in conversations that Judaism teaches us is it's okay to question, it's okay to kind of wonder, is that okay? Nah, it's really not. But we grow, we evolve, we realize that it talks about how to treat your slaves that are Jewish or that are Israelites versus non-Israelites. It's probably, it gets interesting from there. So I appreciated having people to call, people that I was able to meet through the shul, through the sisterhood, and say, can you do me, am I misreading this? There's something's a little bit off here. It was not. You're in, commandments, and so it talks also about, God says, follow my commandments, do what I've told you to do. Okay, we can do that, and it talks about, you hear, take these words which I command you, right, and it gives you all of this language that we're real familiar with, and then it says, if you do this, I'm going to give you rain, right, and you're going to get crops, and it'll be abundant, and your families will flourish, and then it turns a little bit and says, if you don't follow my laws and follow my commandments, things will get, interesting is the wrong word, terrible is the correct word, I think, or it's the start of the correct word. I don't exactly have words for that, and I'm not going to repeat everything because the kids are over there. But maybe that'll give her some interest in reading it, huh? Smiting people tenfold, bringing swords and vengeance. I mean, it actually, I think I've read aren't there video games like that and books that I've seen recently? Okay. I'm not going to continue with my notes because that's where things go really wrong. But I will say that it's been my experience that being involved in the sisterhood has given me avenues of people to turn to that are Jewish that understand where I can go. Did I really just read that? Because I think I made 2 or 3 calls like that because things got real interesting real quick. So Mackenzie is picking things up and giving them to us. She's giving and doing. She's volunteering. Speaking of doing and giving and volunteering, she's a great transition.
Good transition. Shabbat Shalom. Pardon me as I try to, Usually when I stand before you, I am asking for something. I am pleading to the congregation to assist in righting some wrong. Tonight, I come to you with one purpose and one purpose only, to thank you for simply being you. Last weekend, Maddie, Emmett, and I started a new series on Netflix about Jewish matchmaking. We are fascinated by this process, and we have learned a great deal. A couple of episodes into the series, though, we're introduced to a young man who lives in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. He's a former Israeli yeshiva student who left the life for the mountains in the West. And he continues his practice of donning his tallit and tefillin and praying 3 times a day. And he continues to keep kosher, which consists of trips to the nearest kosher butcher store, a mere 5 hours away. He's the lone Jew in Jackson Hole. There's no shul, no Torah study, no community. And my first thought was, how lonely, and then how relatable. As a convert, outside of CKA, my daily life lacks those Jewish touchstones. I'm blessed with 7 best friends from my school days. They're amazing, and I miss them every day. But we live very different cultural and religious lives now. They aren't able to relate to the search for the elusive kosher for Passover foods, or the thrill of finding the most adorable Hanukkah from a Northon. For my extended family, I'm the unicorn who gets the frequent, I got a Jewish question for you, text messages. 3 years ago, I walked into the friendliest shul in North Texas, and I found my happy place. I could have been content with attending services. That would have been enough. But then I had some wonderful ladies who befriended me over our shared love of yarn, This led me to find my niche in Tikkun Olam, and there I was able to gather a few great voluntold. In time, it led to sisterhood. And today I have a network of women in all walks of life, all of whom have their own unique points of view. We're all united in two ways, our shared faith and our love for CKA. And for this, I thank you. Ronald Lauder, the president of the World Jewish Congress, stated, "The imperative to nurture a strong, unified Jewish community grows exponentially in the face of dangers surrounding us. Now is the hour for unity and harmony, for a renaissance of Jewish solidarity." So I may have fibbed, and I'm going to ask your forgiveness, because I'm actually asking for three things. One, find your people here. Two, get involved. We have tons of opportunities of all types of passions. Like the volunteer, join Tikkun Olam. Avid reader, book club gives you 12 books and good chats per year. Love kids, even like them a little bit. Casey even says that's not a requirement. She needs teachers. If you're looking for a great bunch of ladies to network with, sisterhood, sisterhood, sisterhood. And three, reach out to the new people, get to know them, show them the kindness that we're known for. Invite them to socials or a committee meeting, sit with them at services. Keep making CKA a happy place. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Is there a board member that's going to do announcements? Yeah. Oh, no.
We're going to do Kiddush too?
Yeah, you're going to do Kiddush too.
All right. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So you can tell the summer is getting here because my announcement sheet is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So that's how I know it's getting here. So just a couple of things, as Melissa just mentioned. We need religious school teachers. And as someone who has done that for a long time, I would really encourage you to do so. It's a great experience. It's great to get to know the kids, to get involved and see the youth that grow up in here. And also, as a parent whose both children have aged out, I would appreciate it if the next layer of parents come and step up and help us out. And we really do need your help. We can constantly use volunteers around here, not only for teachers, but for all sorts of things. And to Melissa's point, we'd really appreciate it. So if you have interest in that, please reach out to Miss Casey, and she will get you set up. And we can always use extra help. We can never have too many people to help with the kids. And then on behalf of the 6th grade class, this was in our blast this week, but I also wanted to repeat it here. They just wanted to send thanks to everyone for all the donation items that were provided over the past 2 weeks. On Sunday, they were able to make tons of enrichment toys for both the dogs and the cats at the SPCA. And they were also able to talk to students about what it is like to be Jewish and how mitzvahs are a big part of that. So again, thank you to everyone who helped with that effort. And that is all the announcements I have for this week. I'll move that. We're gonna do our prayer for healing for anyone who's sick and in need of that. The Misha Bayrock. Before I read our list that we have here, let me go around the room and see if there's anybody else who needs to add a name. If you please raise your hand.
Not currently.
Yes, sir?
Jeremy Cagle.
Okay. That's okay. We'll let it slide. Yes, ma'am.
Susie Jacobs.
Okay. Adrian?
Paul Davis, Shirley Adom, Frank Shaw.
Leanna Knight, Kate Kaufman, Audrey and Fran Langan, and Ray Ann Clare.
My mom's friend.
Your mom's friend, okay. Adam? Okay.
Jennifer Foster.
Okay.
Lauren Dye.
In addition to that, we'd like to add these names: Joyce Bloom, Natalie Bovino, George Cavanis, Mark Davis, Francine Feingold, Michelle Griffith, Molly Kalig, John Kaufman, Deb Kaufman, Lauren Koenig, Alex Koenig, Al Landon, Deb Ledden, Matt Levine, Phyllis Lorelli, Steve Meyerdirk, Jane Mobley, Anthony Naria, Jack Nygren, Paul Redwood Jr., Helen Rubel, Adrian Sandler, Dale Seaver, Happy Waterman, and Howard Watt. All right, we'll see. Join us in the Misha Rock, please.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi shebera imotenu bekor habraha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Perfect timing. All right, thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Just remember, something bad happens, we're gonna blame it on you. Which is all.
All right. Now we're coming into the mop-up prayers. Ladies and gentlemen, we turn to the Aleinu on page 82. You two open the ark. Aleinu teshabeach ladon hakol, lateit elai yosef reshit, shelo asanu b'goyei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol amonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושך יקרה בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו Elohei meromi, Hu Eloheinu einod, Emet Malkeinu efesu atov, Katuv betorato, V'yadata hayom v'hashevota el levavecha, Ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, Bashamayim ima'al, ve'al ha'aretz mitachat Elon. Go ahead and close.
Bayom hahu, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, u'shemo, u'shemo echad.
We take time now to think of all those individuals who have passed away, those who we've lost in recent weeks, as well as those who have died at this time in seasons past. And as we think of them, we meditate upon the meaning of love and of loss, of life and of death. Do you have the? There we go. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin by thinking of those people who we've lost in the last week. Now, no one has been brought to our attention, but there may well be someone that you have lost in the last 7 days. So please share the name with us. All right. Here at Congregation Kol Ami, we continue to mourn for Harry Enneman and for Christine Elizabeth Mortal, Claire McCarthy, and Ed Berry. Who else here has lost someone in the last 30 days? Please, Lisa.
Ed Bernstein.
Thank you. And for our yahrzeits, we think of these individuals connected to our community for their anniversary of death. Bruce Birnbaum, Jerry Cagle, Tom Glidenblatt, Sidney Goff, Max Levine, and Linda Payne. Is there anyone else here mourning someone whose anniversary of death occurs this week? All right. Well, now is the time for us to think of these people, to savor their memory, to show our support for those who mourn by turning together to page 85. And if able, please rise as we recite Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divrach hirutai v'chamlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye d'chol beit Yisrael bagalal uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalal v'yitaleh Shmi Yam Kol Birchata Vashirata Tushbachata V'nechemata Damiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Mim Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'mromav Hu Yasei Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort all the bereaved among us. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated, everyone. Before we go into our closing song, which is
Hine Matov.
Hine Matov, it is good for us all to gather together in sisterly love and support, but I want to give thanks to Rachel. And also, we want to acknowledge all of the sisterhood and Mackenzie, who all helped lead the service. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, Hine Matov.
So this is a song that most of us should know, and what I like about it also is we can do this in a round, and there are a lot more people here than normal, which is great. So we can actually do this as a round. So this side and that side, okay?
Okay, yep. You ready?
All right. So first part is Hine Matov u'manayim shevet zahim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet zahim gam yachad. Everybody know the second part? Yep. Hine Matov shevet zahim gam yachad. All right, so this part, you're going to start singing the first part, and then you're going to come in and you're going to sing their part again, okay? And 1, 2, ready, go. Hine matov u'manayim shevet zahim gam yahad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet zahim gam yahad. Keep going. Shevet zahim gam yahad. Hine 1, 2. Hine mato shevetahim gam yahan. Hine mato shevetahim gam yahan.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.